Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time, you are welcome to the happy family. If you have been watching but you're still contemplating whether you want to subscribe or not, what are you waiting for? Please click the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a video. Please don't forget subscribe. I quickly want to come out here and speak about Bobrisky. I don't know what to address him, her, she. I don't know what to address him as, but I will stick to him because blog on Instagram posted something about someone that reached out to the blog talking about how Bobrisky has swindled her of her ardent money. And you know, in this gist, this person involved royal hair. If you don't know royal hair is this man that sells hair. I think his name is Steve. He's a really big hair seller in Nigeria, and he signed a lot of celebrities. And he was the one that signed Sisi last year. If you remember Sisi from Big Brother Naija 2018, this person posted a case between her and Bobrisky. So it's actually between her and Bobrisky, and what she said is that she wants to do a lashes business, launching his lash line, and I think it was last year he did a photo shoot with Tonto DK, kind of bringing awareness to these lashes. And this person is actually referring to that lashes that she was the one that, you know, get a business with Bobrisky about the lashes. I'm going to post like the police case on the screen. What the petition said is that petition against Mr. Idris Okuneye aka Bobrisky for fraudulent conversion of money and threatening violence. Sometimes in the month of June 2019, I imported a container loads of eyelashes valued at 22,500,000 naira only from Vietnam. It was offloaded at a warehouse in Ajah, Lagos, and handed over to the above mentioned Idris Okuneye, who claimed to be a marketer, for him to sell and remit the proceeds to me after deducting his commission, 2.5 million naira. To my dismay, he sold the goods and fraudulently converted the sum of 7 million naira only to his own use against my consent, and our agreement whenever I approach him to get the money, it results to violent threats. His body language has shown that he is not willing to refund that money, and I cannot fight him. Sir, my prayer in this regard is that you kindly use your office to intervene in this matter and let justice prevail. So basically said that my name is Rosemary, I'm the CEO of Bob Wings, as against you thinking it is Bobrisky. He didn't borrow money to start the business. I did the whole finance, production, shipping and clearing. I bought in a container of the said eyelashes. If you check the back, my WhatsApp line is also there. Delivered to Bob and paid him upfront. 2.5 million to sell off and 2.5 after sales. Things were moving fine, and all of a sudden sales dropped. Little did I know Bob had opened another account named Bob Express against the Bob Wings Diamond Bank account I opened. He was receiving alert on and posting on Snap last year. I returned to Nigeria and went to the warehouse to check goods, only to find out Bob had sold goods worth 6 million and ate the money. We ended up in Panti State CID, and Bob went to pay policemen to mess the case up. I never wanted to inform my dad because he never knew I went into business with Bob, but during my investigation I found out something messy. The blog said, I'm listening. It said during the period of the sales of lashes, Bob usually posts account balance, especially the time he had problem with Sophia. So someone called a friend and brother, Mr. Steve of Royal Hair, had called Bob and told Bob to stop selling the lashes, that the guy in question can do nothing to him, and he will sign Bob and they will start their own lash business. I never knew till that night at the station. Bob said even your brother Mr. Steve said I shouldn't sell these lashes. With tears in my eyes, I was shocked because the previous week I had just given Mr. Steve a loan of 50 million naira. I will send you proof shortly, not knowing Mr. Steve hated me and wanted my business to crumble. Hearing that at the station was in shock that Mr. Steve part of the deal. I was depressed and in tears, but since my whole life savings was with Steve, I was asked to calm down so as not to get it messy. I decided to follow Steve gradually to get my money first. And The blog asked, have you gotten your money from Steve? Steve called me one morning, I have the call record, to ask me he wanted to buy off the remaining 8,000 lashes at the warehouse since Bob wasn't selling. I said, okay, pay 1,800 naira, which was almost buying price, as buying and clearing was 1,600 naira. My enemy, thinking he had achieved his aim, got me relaxed since he was going to buy it off after destroying something I labored off. It's a lot. I will just put everything on the screen right there. Bobrisky was saying that, oh, Mr. Steve that you trusted so much, he did this to you, he did that to you. So let me say 50% of people were in support of Mr. Steve. 50% were shocked that this is the same man that was signing celebrity to our hair and is owing 10 million naira. Mr. Steve eventually responded to this claim on Gistlover's page. That was Mr. Steve's comment on Gistlover's blog, and what he was basically saying is that this lady that reached out to the blog wanted to invest 50 million naira, kind of put it in a fixed deposit, and I think she spoke to Mr. Steve since she said that Mr. Steve is like a brother to her. So she spoke to Mr. Steve and Mr. Steve said that, okay, bring the money. More or less like invest the money with me. What's your interest? And you said you want 4 million interest on the money. And Mr. Steve is basically commenting and saying that he actually gave this lady 41 million naira and also 4 million interest, which makes it that Mr. Steve is owing this lady 9 million naira. A Bobrisky situation to Mr. Steve, because you know Bobrisky, when Bobrisky is in the wrong, Bobrisky is not going to say anything. By the time Bobrisky will come back, Bobrisky will come back with another business deal. Long story short, Royal Hair paid the lady the remaining 9 million naira and the blog posted. It is very obvious that whatever this lady is saying is truth. I want to first say kudos to Mr. Steve of Royal Hair for actually paying everything that he owed this lady. You know, that shows something to me, because it's very rare for someone to owe you that amount of money and you call them out and they pay you. No, I still have someone that is owing me 6 million naira and I'm still begging. I haven't even received the money. So it's not easy for you to call out like a businessman or a businesswoman or someone that owes you that each sum of money in Nigeria and you get the money back. So kudos to him for actually paying this woman, and I think he doesn't like his name, you know, being in the mud and people trashing his name or his business. Well, the only thing I'm not in support of is the way he said that the lady is ungrateful. He puts the lady up in his house, in his dad. Even though you've done favor for this lady, she has done favor for him as well. For someone to trust you with their 50 million naira, I don't care whatever interest. You are not a bank. You are a businessman. Okay, see what happens. What if you don't have enough to cover for those loss, or you don't have enough to think that, okay, for the meantime when I will send back this year, what if you don't have that money to actually pay this lady? What this Mr. Thompson Royal Hair, I'm just going to say it, what he doesn't understand is that you know Bobrisky that well, and you told this lady not to do business with Bobrisky, but you went back and tell Bobrisky, because he didn't deny it. He never said in any way that I did not tell Bobrisky what Bobrisky was saying. He obviously said something to Bobrisky. That is why Bobrisky was able to use it. And I've noticed that thing with Bobrisky a lot. You know, I've heard about, oh, Bobrisky is fighting this celebrity now because he gets with this other celebrity. Bobrisky revealed whatever they've discussed. You know, about people that will talk about you with someone, then they will come back to you and say that everything they said, this person said it. That's who I see Bobrisky as, and that's the part, the role he played in this drama. He played that role very well by turning the back of two business people, two like-minded. He turned their back against each other, because to be honest, someone that can trust you with 50 million naira, of course, she's a very good business person as well. And you guys, you know, you gel because you have money to run your business. And someone that has nothing, that all he does is just brag on social media and make money out of this. And this guy was able to turn the back of both of you to each other. A lot of people that will laugh to your face, that will support you to your face, but behind you, they are, they are the snake. They are the one destroying you, destroying your business, destroying the empire you're trying to build, destroying everything that you stand for. So I'm not going to say Mr. Royal Hair is playing in this, because he played a part. Even though I know, even if he did not say anything to Bobrisky, Bobrisky will do whatever Bobrisky wants to say. This is just a lesson for everybody that wants to get in business with, with people. You can't trust nobody. That's what I was. You can never, even if it's your brother, your sister, when it comes to money issue, you can't trust them, because when it involves money, people get so greedy. Some people act. They worship that money so much that they don't care who die along the line. They don't care who they kill, who they hurt, who they, they don't care. They don't give a hoot. All they care about is just to get this money, just to be at that top, and that is what is killing us in Nigeria. Everybody in their homes, they want to be the best, they want to be the top, and they don't know, they don't care who they hurt along the line. All evil, I'm telling you, money is the root of all evil. When anything involves money, you will see the true character of people. And see, even the police, she took the case to this. They collected money, they started supporting Bobrisky. That's how this thing is not something new to me. I'm just saying that all these people that follows him, that are hailing him, that are, looking up to him, thinking that's their role model, the way Bobrisky is painting it on social media, it's not all bell and whistle. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of guts, and it takes a lot of, a lot of hard work to really get all these things. And if you see all these things glittering and all of that, don't believe all of it. What you see on social media is different from what you get from these people in real life. Their social media life is so separate from their real life, especially all these top people, influencers, celebrities, and all of them. A lot of them, their social media is like, acting is a role. They play a role there. So I don't know. I just think that, Bobrisky just used this opportunity to throw this thing away from himself and, put another person on the firing line, just to, get away with all of these. I hope this lady will be able to get her money back from Bobrisky, but I don't think she will, because the way you're saying it, you basically put your entire life, entire money, and then trust it to someone you barely know. Even you can't entrust that kind of money to your sister or your brother. 22.5 million. That's a lot of money, man. How could you? Well, I'm not going to blame her. I think she was just too trusting. That's the way I would put it, because it's not just Bobrisky alone. She borrowed Mr. Royal Hair as well, 50 million naira. I'm just happy that she was able to get that money back, and I hope she make a good decision from right here and on. Anyway, guys, I'm done with this. I just want to bring it to you so that you can learn. You need to, open your eyes, your ears, everything in your body. They work for something, your brain. Use it, and don't fall for anything. Even if it's your brother or your sister or your family, you can't fall for all these things. People have lost their life during the process of this kind of thing. So I just hope the lady can learn and, move on from it. Guys, I would like to hear your opinion about this. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section below, and on your way out, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share if you like it. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because that's how you get notified whenever I upload a video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.